Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
All right, you already know what time it is. It's 9:33. The intro is just the intro of the intro. I'm Miles Dixon, y'all. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on Podcastic. Podcastic, we welcome y'all for a group. We got a great lineup. We got a wrestling matchup that's incredible with Mr. Mission Smith is coming on at 12 o'clock. Chanie coming right up behind him at 105. It's gonna be incredible. So she's in the she ain't even on camera. She's so fake. Listen, today we have the wonderful, the one and only. She's got a beautiful sound of voice. She's an actress. She's everything. I mean, she glides when she walks through the room, and we just waiting on her. But until then, Cam, welcome to the show.
Hello, and as we have heard from the Dark Knight, because he's always bringing a cloud wherever he goes. But
Damn.
I love him though. Hi, Miles.
What up, Cam?
And hey, everybody, welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And it is a beautiful day because we're alive. And on the ones and twos, she did float into the room this morning, honey, in her Komodo.
And her duster.
Her Komodo duster. Coming in here as the fashionista that she is. We have the beautiful Chanie. Look at that smile, honey. We need a Colgate commercial for her.
Thank you.
Showing her Cleveland.
No, my Cleveland is not out. Thank you.
She just got a little peek. Pikachu.
That's
Pikachu. All them yellow diamonds looking like pee-pee. Shout out to the Clips.
That's wild work.
Shout out to the Clips. The Clips do have one of the dopest albums right now out. Todd did a review, so if you can't get a chance to go to see Talking with Todd, he did a record review on the Clips, and it's amazing. And he really hit on some great topics.
He did a record review on who?
The Clips.
Okay. The Clips or Eclipse?
No, the Clips.
Oh,
the Clips.
The Clips. First of all, that's a dope name for a rap group, rap duo, and their brothers. Malice has returned to the Clips. He was known as No Malice on the Christian hip hop scene, and he returned to do an album with his brother. He did not cuss on the song.
that's cool.
And if he did, the Lord forgives. But I'm glad that he's being a great example.
Yes.
And that is a beautiful way to lead into what we're talking about today.
Yes.
Yes. But before we talk about that topic, I'm not gonna lie, my hip hurt. Let's talk about aging. Shout out to Soul TV.
Yes.
Soul TV.
T Wood Motives on TikTok for deeper dive on today's topic. Okay, whatever today's topic is, more likely it's not ours. So what are those?
Good morning, Cal.
Calvin.
Hey, Cal.
I think we made a deal yesterday with Tam Telling Tales. Right. I think we made a deal yesterday about maybe 3 producers working on her new show. And hopefully we'll see what happens. People always ask me, how do you know this? I'm like, I just know.
Miles is the oracle.
It'll work. Yeah.
He is the absolute oracle.
Oh, thank you.
I tell you, I can't never come in here and he ain't talking to somebody or somebody trying to come in here.
About
they be
an
like,
idea.
May I see Miles? I need to talk to him. We need to have him up.
Yeah.
We'll talk
I
about
told
that.
him, I was like, you always have people kind of coming in and seeing you. He's like, no, I don't. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, listen, yesterday I went to go pick me up a pizza, and that young lady said, I dreamt of everything you said. She said, I'm thinking about quit. I said, no, whoa. I'm not telling you to quit.
I just was giving you some wisdom.
No, I'm telling you, you cannot serve 2 masters.
Hey, Stacy, good morning.
Hey, ain't seen Stacy in a while.
You be saying stuff to me, and I be like, how did he know?
But people don't understand. I done lived a life to where I done seen people at their lowest point get better than they have ever been in their whole life. Because if you ain't willing to lose it, you ain't willing to gain nothing. I learned that you can't, if your fist is tight, because you got this money hole right here.
Yeah. Won't nothing flow through.
Nothing can come in.
And that's why God always blesses people who bless other people.
All
That is true.
For real.
Even in the lowest moments.
Even when you don't have it, but you find it. You know, sometimes you might have something in a sock drawer, but that person call you and they need it. Give it to them.
Yeah.
And it's not because, you holding on to stuff for tomorrow, but tomorrow may not ever come, and you might not even wake up tomorrow.
That's
so we just have to.
Oh, sorry.
A better you, a better me.
Yeah,
That's so good. Shout out to Cam.
No, but that was one of my favorite songs.
Good morning,
so
Tom.
That's a good song. Hey, Tom. Oh,
what up, though? Tony.
I had to look over there like, hey, Tony. I ain't never scared.
I ain't never scared.
I ain't never. But you know what? I am so excited about the comeback of the mature black rappers, because y'all coming back and y'all showing these youngsters what to do, because I'm so tired of all this mumble rap.
Who coming back?
I mean, Rakim just dropped the album.
Yes.
It's dope.
Eric B. Rakim, Bring the noise. Public Enemy coming out with an album.
Public Enemy #1.
Wu-Tang about to come out with something. LL Cool J and Eminem did
quit hitting the table.
They did a duet. That mother.
Wait, you said Eminem and who?
LL
Cool J.
Huh. That may be interesting. I want to listen to that.
You gotta listen to it. I was like, who was that? LLK, he said don't call it a comeback because he ain't never left.
Ooh.
I said you better go, LL.
That A.
It ate.
Oh, that did eat.
When I tell you, when you hear the song, it ate. I was impressed with L. I was like, okay, L.
Good morning, Mark.
And then he had the Eminem on there too. Yeah.
I mean, when I tell you, Tony's crazy. Hey,
Tony.
Hey, Tony doing his thing. You know.
He said it's clips.
No, clips. I said clips.
He said clips. Oh,
but
so he's the other part of clips.
No, he looked like he could be.
Okay.
The clip. Yeah, it's called the clips.
Oh, like Eclipse. I'm glad he because clips. Okay, now I see the clips. CLIPES, like Eclipse.
Yeah.
Minus the E.
Yeah.
Because we the clips, and that's the way we be.
Cam.
The clips.
Let's go to the topic of the day. Let's cut that shit. Let's go to the topic of the day. Being the example, a blessing or a burden. Well, I just
it could be both.
It depends on how
it could be both.
Depending on how you're receiving.
How you're receiving. Typically, if you're the example, aren't you the
you're held. When you're the example, you're held at a higher standard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it's depending on how other people
So
perceive
people are
it.
receiving what you are dishing out, or maybe the mistakes you made.
And
But it goes back to if you're being a good example or a bad example.
Well, here's what I'm looking at. Being an example, right? A blessing or burden. If you're a good, even if you're a good example, right? It all depends on how people perceive you. Mm-hmm. So even though you're a good example, one thing I've learned is this nowadays.
That's interesting. I mean, because being a good person could be subjective.
No, if you let me finish. You ready to finish?
Go ahead, Oracle.
I'm not an oracle. Thank you, though, for giving me that much respect. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Richard. But what I will say is when you're an example and you be a good example, people judge you by your money. And so, because, I mean, we don't look at, like, Martin Luther King in today's time, he'd be considered a punk or a simp. Because he's not making no money. And so with Malcolm X, because people don't like to be told the truth, because when the truth is told to you, you have to really have the reflection in that mirror to correspond with your living. And if you don't, people are like, well, what's wrong with me? There's a lot of people, like right now in my state, let's say I don't have $600,000 just sitting somewhere like I used to. But if I dress like it, walk like it, talk like it, or talking to you from a beach or from the Bahamas or Cancun, and you act like I'm somewhere and I'm not, people more likely to believe me.
People like the fake. People like people who live their life to the fakest instead of the realest. Because
that's a good way to put it.
Are so caught up in pretense.
Yeah, bullshit.
You don't know anything. Just like they say, fake it till you make it. You can see the person out here driving the finest car, dressing in the whatever, and got a dime in the bank,
and still won't make it.
The car is borrowed, or they living in their mama's basement, or they borrowing their boys' clothes, shoes. Riri done went to jail, and you wearing all his clothes and his jewelry until he get out. And you pretending it's just a what's that, imposter syndrome?
Yeah, like your name James, but you got a chain with an R on it, and he was like,
"What if that's his last name?"
No, they call me real.
No.
They like, what?
No, this is respect, God, respect.
Listen,
You something like
you can make it work.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: I've never been a fake person a day in my life.
Yeah.
If I lied to you, it was to cover something that you wasn't ready for. Most people who think that they're ready, they're really not. If a person, I take the film industry right now. There's no one ever had a film budget in Detroit right now for $1 million, right? And the only thing, and 9 times out of 10, the majority is busting all over the place. So
disgusting.
Anyway, so the only thing 9 times out of 10, the only thing that they would do is just hire an actor that costs more to put in the film, because they really, Riri, you went to jail and you wear her clothes. It's hilarious.
That's true.
That's true.
They're driving his car.
I mean, they're driving his car.
He left their granny house.
Cal said a rich person can con you quickly. I believe in character. To a certain extent, if you're easily moved by money or materialistic things.
A false rich person can con you quickly. A person.
You think a real rich person wouldn't even be leading with that? So that's why you said a false fake person?
Yeah, a false rich person.
I'm sorry, rich person?
A fake rich person.
Yeah, rich people don't even lead with money.
They don't.
I was out in Hawaii, right? When I was in Hawaii, I was having a ball that I was seeing this white guy, and he had all kind of women all around him. It's like he had a plethora of women, different colors, different shades, different sizes, and he having a ball. He's drinking, they pouring bottles and drinking that in their mouth, and I'm like, wow. White guy, like, he seen me and my brother. He's like, hey man, come on in, have some fun, man, come on. And I'm like, cool. Now my brother could drink all day. I couldn't drink that much all day. I'd probably drink for like 3 hours.
Sponge, huh?
Yeah, he's one. And so my brother would come back to the room to like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, and we started like at 10:30 at night.
Dang.
And he was drunk. And then my brother only gonna sleep like 2 hours. So he walked up. He said, "Hey fool, get up, fool, get up, breakfast time," because I love smoked salmon. Anywhere in
Me too. I'm gonna have to bring us some in here one day.
In Hawaii, that's what I ate was smoked salmon and fruit. And so he said, "Ain't that your man right there we was chilling with last night?" Why? He was the owner of Jimmy John's.
That's real.
You know what I mean? I was sitting up there like, wow.
And you just having a time.
Hey, look, because I asked him what he do for a living, you know, because I'm like, bro.
He's like, make sandwiches.
No, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said make sandwiches. And then,
But that's how you are, though.
yeah,
When people ask you kind of what you do, you don't go all in.
Yeah, because first of all, when I start talking, it just sound like I be bragging. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So because once I get to the third thing, they looking at me like,
Yeah. So don't look at it as being in it. Go ahead.
Because first of all, when people have money, they don't talk about money
at all.
Never.
And when I have money, I never talked about money. I can have 20, 30,000 in my pocket.
When you leave with your money, you're not doing anything but causing yourself problems, because
That's true.
people, the moment people think he think he better, he think he this, and then you make yourself a moving target, because now people think you got all this money and they like, well, I need to get me some of that.
Yeah, and that's crazy, but you're absolutely correct. So when you say a blessing or a burden, you become a burden with the example you bear, because I learned from the movie. I finally understood through a movie. God talked to me through movies. It's a movie called The Book of Clarence.
I saw that. That was good.
It was great. It was one of the best movies I've seen in the past 10 years of my life. And then when Chanie didn't make it past.
I got through it.
No, I was turned off by it at first, because I was like,
It was
I was
slow.
like, oh my God, this is blah 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 blah
It was
blah.
slow.
But then once I sat through it, and because I like to absorb movies. Like I just sit there and I analyze everything. And once I saw it, I was like, that was a good movie.
Yeah, so it's all right. Yeah, it got good. Once I made it through.
But for religious people, when you say the Book of Clarence, they like, oh my, blasphemy.
They thought it was blasphemy. And,
But it wasn't.
And then even in my movie, I heard my movie was blasphemy. I was like, how was it blasphemy?
What movie?
Daddy, I Love Him. And because they said you had a white Jesus, I said, first of all, the boy not white, okay? And that's the problem. And the whole thing is, y'all might talk about that Jesus is black stuff, but y'all kill another dude that look just like you. So I don't want to hear that portion about it.
Right, because if you are the guy, why are you killing the guy?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then had it would have been our color, it would have been something had been said about that.
Anyway,
so,
so
everybody, go make your own movie and then say something.
Yeah.
Or not.
So what I meant by that, about brought up the Book of Clarence, that everyone has their own cross to bear.
Yeah.
No matter what. Everybody have their own cross to bear. And the things that he believed in, he found out it wasn't true. And all he had to do was believe in himself. And then you will see why you even exist. And most people don't even know why they even exist. If you ask a person, would they, oh, thank you, bro.
Yeah, it was. I was told
Daddy, I love him. And we will have an advertisement on that later in the show.
Yes.
Just for you, Mr. Black.
Yes.
So, but most people don't know what their purpose is.
People don't even know what they believe in.
Yeah, I mean, because if you ask them, they be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You be like, really? But I can show them something better. If they go in the gas station, I bet they know what they're going to get, because it's bullshit.
But I say this, the reason people...
Good morning, Ms. Lewis.
Good morning, Lauren. The reason people don't know what they want is nobody wants to get quiet with themselves. It's like people are scared to hear themselves think. It's like they don't want to sit there and process. They would rather just get all this information from everybody else. You constantly are looking at something. You are constantly listening to something, listening to everything outside of you. But everything that you need for everything that you need in life is inside of you.
Most definitely.
It comes from the Creator. So what you need to do is quiet yourself. So when you don't know what your purpose is, you don't know where to go, to the right or to the left, be still. Go buy some water. Take a walk. Be in nature. Just be still.
Hold on. But what you said is important. Just be still.
Be still.
Top of the top. Time. I just bought you
Indeed.
I would never disrespect you.
Look, my hair can't go with that. I'm going to let you do it.
No. I did it.
Reading is fundamental. Hey, Dorian. Good morning.
Dorian. It is.
Hold on.
Look. Hey, Dorian.
Reading is fundamental. And so here's one thing. I hate that saying, right?
Reading it. Oh, I'm
I'm about to say it again.
I'm going to say this. Reading is not fundamental. And that's the problem with, I think, what our leaders of this country put the word fun into about what reading is, right? However, when you do that, people psychologically think every time you read something, it's supposed to be fun,
entertaining.
That's not what fundamental means.
So,
but he's saying the root word of fundamental being fun. It makes you
those people,
sure if you want to dissect it, but that's not what fundamental is.
Everything is dissecting. That's our problem. We don't dissect things, and then when we do, we don't, because we don't know what America means.
What does America mean?
I mean, but I get it. That may be the root word, but fundamental is not fundamental. It's like that. So reading is key. Reading is essential. Reading is necessary.
So why would you say reading is essential?
Because fundamental. If it ain't broke,
That's
don't
the
fix
word that
it.
they
You know what they mean.
No, that's my whole point. It is broken.
Okay.
And the way we are and the way we feed off into things is the thing that makes us sick. Shout out to Detroit City Deals.com with Lauren Lewis.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right, get us a deal. Get us a deal.
Good
morning, Miss Lonnie.
And I tell anybody who's in the Metro Detroit area, please go to DetroitCityDeals.com before you go shopping, because there's some things on there they got discounts and coupons already ready for it. You know what I mean?
Real.
Just when y'all think about I'm about to go out, just go Detroit City Deals restaurant. Search for the restaurants. Go to DetroitCityDeals.com and search for the restaurants. Y'all got coupons y'all can use immediately.
And who don't love a good coupon?
Right, a coupon.
Not a coupon, but a coupon.
And so shout out to Lauren. I can't wait till we get her back on the show. Dorian said self-discipline is extremely important to bettering oneself. Yeah,
that is true.
But that's the point about being an example. I'm with Shan on this one, Miles. What you with Shan on what? On what?
But see, here's the thing. What I think of as far as being an example, how it can be a burden is, you know how they say you always learn from other people's mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
If you're always the example, that can be a burden, because you got to make the mistake first and then others learn from you. As opposed to you being able to learn from others from their mistakes.
But we should always learn from the people in front of us. Everybody got an example in their life.
But being the example for all your friend groups or relationship groups.
I just think that you look at the people in your life and you take the good from them or the bad from them. The choice is yours, what you're going to take from that person that's in your life.
I'm sorry.
Because you can learn something from the person at the gas station. You can learn something from Miles. I mean, you know.
My God, yeah.
My God. You know, it's just about your choices.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a thing where it's a man who's an alcoholic and he has two sons.
Hold on.
One son grows up.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
One son grows up to be an alcoholic and the other one doesn't. Why? Because one son chose to be like their father and the other one chose not to be like their father because they saw the destructive behavior and they didn't want to be that way. And the other one just took the easy way out.
Yeah, but sometimes it could be the father works so hard that people think life should be easier than that, and they don't know follow their father's footsteps neither. You know what I mean? So that's something else. Dorian said this, and he's correct, but that's what I want to mean. Dorian means fundamental means good for you. That's true by the source. I agree. But Dorian, here's what I find out by me having so many different friends that comes from different parts of this world. It's just certain words just not being mentioned because you just say what you mean.
That's true, Dorian.
And you definitely can learn from a baby, especially when it's hot.
But no, so many parents say like, "Hey, my children taught me things, or made me see things from a different perspective, or made me just stop and take a second and look at life and be like, hey, it's not that bad," or whatever the case may be. So you can.
I mean, but that's what I was getting at. When it comes down to having words that mean other things. In other countries, they don't go through that because whatever it means, that's what it means.
It's literal, and they don't have. See, that's the problem with America. We got too many damn words. Just it's hot, it's cold, it's warm. That's it. You know, they want to be like it's hot, it's tepid, it's this, it's that. It just need to be literal and say what it is, and then people won't get confused.
And Dorian, while you looking up shit, why don't you look up what the word America mean?
Well, I actually did look up what the word America means. It says, "What does America mean literally?" AI overview says the word America literally refers to the continents of North and South America. The name originated from the Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci, whose first name was Latinized as Americus. German cartographer Martin Waldemühl used America on a map in 1507 to name the newly discovered continent, initially referring to South America, but later encompassing the entire Western Hemisphere.
So here's the thing, and this honestly got true. What was it called before then? Because there were people on the quote unquote Americas before.
The land in the West.
Yeah.
The land of the milk and honey.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. It was. I mean,
we will never know what it was called unless we talk to the people that were already here. We all know that people were already here.
No, that's not true because we still call Africa. Africa was called the Keep Line.
But did you hear what I said? how will we know when the people that were here aren't here anymore?
Because you have to do research. It was
Well, research it since you did all the research.
No, I ain't saying
Tell me what it is.
I don't know. That's why I asked you. You just said, I'm telling you.
I just looked up and I looked up what it said.
And it's okay not to know, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you Googled something. What I'm going to show you is that go to etymology.com. Go to etymology.com to look up the word America. People don't even know the word nice means to be stupid or foolish.
Yeah, because we're going off of that terminology.
Yeah. So here.
Not the regular.
Right. In the
he gonna say etymology like my ass can't spell, but I can.
No.
Okay, thank you for autocorrect, because I would have said it in there. Etymology. Listen, work smarter, not harder.
But I can't spell, so we're gonna
LOG.
Oh, boo, I got it.
I know you don't. I'm just saying it's an easy word.
I got that voice text.
Who weren't allowed to read, and now that we can, we don't. That's very true.
I think that we read on a daily basis.
No, we read
Are we
bullshit.
reading stuff that may be conducive to maybe building something or coming up with the next blueprint for something? No. But we read on a daily basis.
Yeah,
you read street signs. You read posts.
But we read bullshit.
That's what I said. It may not be conducive, but we're constantly reading.
So hold on, wait a minute. I think Cam got something. What does America means?
We're gonna spend the
It's a lot. It says it's referred to as the New World, but there should be no hesitation about Appalachia.
Woo.
Appalachia is, in the first place, it is distinctive. America is not, and it can never be made so. We may legislate as much as we please and assume for our country whatever name we think right, but to use it would be no name to purpose for any name which is needed unless we can take it away from the regions which employ it at present. So basically, it was Appalachia.
So
I don't like etymology.
Etymology is the root of all is the root of words. So though we say words and we bring up things that was Latin, right? Mm-hmm. She brought up it was Latin, right?
So Americans actually
Hold on, listen. So this
Appalachia.
So listen to this. Have you heard of the Appalachian Mountains?
Yes.
Hello. So I'm just trying to tell people, when you read a word, every word has a meaning, but the definition that we don't know about is the one. There you go.
I see, Dorian. It's Appalachia.
Right. So, but however, but what I'm trying to say is, etymology is like show all the root of all words. So you have to understand there are the things that we say would just, the terminology would dictate your outcome every time. See, and this is how people and men and women get into it. They say, "No, you ain't say that. You said this," and then you be like, "Okay." You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Some people I just can't talk to. I just have to walk away.
Or how about this? This is the part I'm saying. Don't walk away. Try to understand them.
I did before I walked away.
Like you said, Appalachia was a cultural and geographical region of the inland eastern U.S. The 1880s from the Appalachian Mountains were also at its core. Earlier, Appalachia was proposed as a better name for United States of America by Washington Irving in 1839, though he preferred Alleghenia. And he may get credit for the coinage of the word America. So basically, they just came over here and it just took shit and named and stuff like they do everywhere they go.
And again, when somebody say a Latin word, those are the Latin words. Damn near 20 dialects after. It was in front of that.
Isn't it funny how they always want to refer everything to the Latin?
Yeah.
But they're not talking about here in Latin America. They're talking about Latin over in Europa, in Europe. They're not talking about Latin.
Dorian said language isn't always spoken.
Very true.
Yes, that's why we have the hieroglyphics and different things.
And a lot of things, people don't. It's a lot of things. I tell people this, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give y'all some business book. No, let's go to culture. If you want to learn about us, there's a guy named Anthony T. Browder or Browder. It looks like it's pronounced, but I call him Browder. Browder, Browder, Anthony T. Browder, and he wrote some books that's incredible, phenomenal. The Civilization of. I forgot. I'm gonna get the whole title, but it's the Civilization book. he got.
I agree, Dorian.
What is it, nonverbal communication? It's just as relevant as speaking language.
He has a lot of different books.
Hold on, what's the main one that shows Anthony T. Browder?
The Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization,
That's it.
Exploding the Myths by Anthony T. Browder.
That book is dope, and the other one is called The Broder Files.
And the other one is From the Broder File, 22 essays on the African American experience from the Broder File series.
Yes.
And then also he has From the Broder File Survival Strategies for African Americans in 13 Steps to Freedom.
Yeah.
And then he also talks about Egypt on the Potomac and his first trip to Africa.
Right. So what he does this every single year. He do it 3 times a year. He actually creates these trips for us to go to Africa and tours.
So why don't you get us on the tour? Here, saying it here right now on he's gonna take his Miles is gonna organize us a trip to Africa.
First of all, no, Miles the hell ain't. And I put like this, but I have a meeting with him November 6th.
I will be there.
We're gonna be looking at flights on
I will be there.
Spirit.
I have people in Atlanta. Don't he be trying to say stuff like he's trying to scare somebody. I know.
I got people there too.
Without feelings.
But
I'll see y'all when y'all come back.
What I'm saying is,
You don't like flying?
I don't really have to now. I used to do it a lot, but now I don't have to, unless I have to.
that don't make no sense. But anyway,
What do you mean?
That's a young girl in her. Never mind.
No. Only necessary thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would say this. So those are the books I definitely suggest.
No, for real, Tom. I'm learning a lot.
Definitely, Tom. But if you're in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I tell to go to the topic by being the example. When I say I was an avid reader, when I said I read 400 books in the whole year, people are like, yeah, right. I would be on the toilet reading a book. Anywhere, I got a book.
That's where you get your best stuff done at.
Shut up.
No, people do say that.
Why? Because you let shit go.
You got.
Anyway,
You got time.
I'm an avid reader too. I have books everywhere.
But it used to be ridiculous, right? And so Anthony T. Browder is one of the books.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and also if you want about your heritage, it's an author named J.A. Rogers, right? Mm-hmm. J.A. Rogers is a phenomenal the Spaniard people, there you go, were the forefathers of speaking languages. Most people spoke in dialect based on their regions. Of course, Dorian. However, if you even go with how the Spaniards even came about, is even more important. Learn where the Spaniards actually come from. And again,
They're just messed up in the world. They be calling everybody everything other than what they really are.
No, but that's important.
I'm just being honest though. They were Spaniards. They say they was Spaniards are in Spain, but they call anyway.
Yeah, but it's important.
I don't want to go down the rabbit hole.
But learn where the word Spain came from. Then you will learn the reason why it was even called Spain. And so these are things that Anthony T. Browder put in his books. So J.A. Rogers is definitely a great author. My favorite book is From Superman to Man.
I see Dorian, because I'm like, this happens when you pick up a book, huh?
Most definitely, Dorian. That's
real.
J.A. Rogers got a book called From Superman to Man, right? Mm-hmm. And it was just about a porter that was on a train. Mm-hmm. And all he did was listen to important conversations. Aww. So he learned, but he was a quote-unquote slave. He was enslaved, but he really wasn't.
And he had all the wisdom.
He was really free. And his last name was Dixon. So what I'm trying to tell people is, like, I've learned a lot about who I am and whose I am and where my direction come from books. And J.A. Rogers got another book called 100 Most Important Black People or something similar to that. Mm-hmm. And what is it? I thought you said it.
I was just going to say Spain in reference to the ancient region of comprising the great peninsula of southwestern Europe from Anglo-French, Spain, from Latin Spain, Spania, and from the usual Old English form was España.
Yeah. So So with that knowledge alone, you could tell that their dialect is not as old or masterful as most people. However, Spanish has been the one of the most fluent and consistent languages in the world.
And so people learn Spanish. It's very important that you do. And plus, it is such a beautiful language. I love hearing people speak Spanish. It's very soft. It's not like Arabic. In Arabic, they be like, but with Spanish, they just be like, "Es supposed to te bon."
Same with the French. But the same with the French because they actually had
because they're trying to force the language. That's what it sounds like.
Well, no, they just have more. They have really been more oppressed people. So they whisper a lot when they talk.
Comment allez-vous?
Yeah, I mean, and so even that part, it's crazy. Like we just have to just do the research, and through J.A. Rogers and Anthony T. Browder, I've learned so much about the different types of people, and who we are, and even the clothes that we wear. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's a book that was written called How Not to Eat Pork, right? Mm-hmm. We don't know that pork is in almost every damn thing that you can imagine. And it's only because they use that animal, they breeded that animal for 100% of usage. Why would pork be in soap? Because it gets in our pores and it makes us addicted to it. There's more people addicted to pork than heroin.
And so
well,
to all of you vegan people out there that don't eat meat, eat pork, you're eating it anyway, just in a different form. Your skin is using it, eating it when you're taking a bath, when you're shampooing your hair. It's so crazy. They have so many different things, and you just be trying to be so specific. I don't do this, I don't do that, but everything basically is in everything to a certain degree.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but one thing for sure, two things
not
for certain.
Not unless you're Amish.
Well, wait a minute, but no, or Muslim, because Muslims don't listen. Muslims do not play the pork swine thing. They do not play. They don't touch it. They don't sell it.
They will die before they eat a piece of pork.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
I got a funny story about that.
And they don't sell liquor.
So is that why they don't use the toiletries and things like that, because it has the pork?
Whatever.
They used to be. If you're a devout Muslim, yeah, but they've been watered down a bit nowadays.
I mean, well, some of them, but those Muslims.
Good morning, Yamimi.
What up, Yamina? Yeah, that's my yeah. I just said French. Yeah. Anyway, that means yeah. Anyway, so being an example is very important, and when it becomes a burden when you're not willing to follow it all the way through. They were ahead of their time as far as civilization because they had culture. It's a difference. The only place in history to have Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And what else he saying? Oh, that's it.
Yep. It says people live peacefully amongst each other.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
We're in France?
No, period. Before there was Christianity. So here's the thing: the Europeans just jacked everything up, right?
They want to conquer everything.
They want to conquer
everything. Over everything.
They definitely said that's why you have to pay attention to the ingredients.
You do, and so many people don't, and they be right on the labels in our face.
Well, the whole thing is that's why you can't say put it in our face, because we put it in our face.
It's right there.
We challenge it, but
it's a Trojan horse. They never put it in your face. It's always undercurrent.
Yeah, no, it's right in your face. I think the thing is we don't think that it's gonna be in our face, and that's why we miss it. We don't think it's gonna be that direct.
Shout out to Yuka. I use Yuka as an app where you can scan the thing and it tells you everything that's in it.
Is it McDonald's? Is it McDonald's at the top of that thing? It tells you like, and we still going in there.
McDonald's. First of all,
it has like a little.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about my big back ass. So
he ain't lying. That back real big.
Shout out to that big back.
I got a while back because I used to be really, really healthy. Anyway,
is that what that means?
Yeah, I used to.
Just grows.
What about the big front though?
You never had that.
The upper front. The upper front.
The upper.
Thank you.
Front.
The upper.
The upper front.
So no, but. Where was I? Oh, I had a big bag moment. I went to McDonald's and I had got the chicken wraps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those things.
Those are better. Those are healthier options.
Hold on. But one thing I noticed, right? Mm-hmm. I bit into the spicy one. I was like, something ain't right.
Thank you, Stephanie.
And hey, Steph. And I bit into me and Stephanie. We got a comedy show coming up November 1st. Don't forget to get y'all tickets.
Yes.
I'll be there to see my little sis.
I'm telling you what, I got tickets, so let me know. So listen, Stephanie, I'm sorry. Anyway, I hope your sister.
This is supposed to be the yucca.
Go right ahead.
These go-go
Stephanie.
squeezes are great.
Okay, I may steal it. This needs to be discussed.
That's what I said. Go right ahead.
Go right
Listen.
ahead. But I will say this: knowing the root of anything is great. That's why I tell it's so important when people have leaders. Like, show me to your leader. Leadership is important because leaders plant seeds to grow so they can have roots, right? And it depends on the soil you place your seeds in will determine the outcome of that seed.
Yeah, because you can throw your seeds on rocks.
Yep.
You can throw your seeds on infertile ground.
Or non-fertile ground. But it depends on the strength and the knowledge that you have to grow that seed. Sean Williams, bring me my tickets. Miles gonna outsell me. Duh.
Friendly competition.
So what I am saying is this: when you have an example and you become, and that example become a burden, is because the people who looking for that leadership is putting too much on that person.
What about the conviction part of things? Like when you're being the example and it's like you shouldn't be doing something, but you want to fit in with your group or your main people. So it's like you conform to that, but you get convicted because you're supposed to be the example. You're supposed to be the one.
Well, what happens is we
unfortunately,
unfortunately, when you are in leadership, you are required to be different, and unfortunately, you can't help it because this is what we fail to realize: your life is not your own. Everything you do affects everybody around you.
Yes.
Directly or indirectly. It even affects people, and they don't even have to know you in order for it to affect them. Yeah. So we got to be really careful and not take this life for granted because it is very precious. And the things and the decisions that we do make, whether we think is for ourselves, and that's why I hate that we're in an age now where it's all about me and I got to make decisions for myself. No matter what decision you make, it's not for you. It's still going to affect everyone else around you, either positive way or in a negative way.
Well, and that's subjective too, because positive and negative is based on how a person perceive it and receive it, right? So when I look at what you said, Chanie, right? I thank God my mother blessed me with enough information to where I've never been influenced in that manner.
Like our parents used to say, if they go jump off a bridge, you're gonna jump off too. I think in our generation, they taught us that. Well, I think it's been passed down to many generations. Have a mind of your own. That was something that was always put into me at an early age, is have a mind of your own.
I can't tell you how many times my friends went to go rob somebody and I kept playing basketball or football. I can't tell you how many times the weed was passed and I just never took a hit. I can't tell you how many times they drank and I did. There's a lot of people who grew up with me don't even know that I even drink. And you see me at my birthday party, I'm still alert. When I'm alert, I still be caring about who. I said, did they get to the paying attention? Like, they walk up to their car, or, you know what I mean? And people be like, man, you be telling people what to do. I said, no, people just understand who I am. And it becomes a difference. And
it's hard because sometimes people expect for you to dumb yourself down because you are that person that other people look up to, or you are a leader. And as leaders, you cannot dumb yourself down. And people sometimes some people look at leaders as a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing.
Well, the dictators is who I look at as being bad. There's
a difference between a dictator and a leader.
Damn sure do. Yaya said, "Don't follow the crowd, be your own." Very true, Yaya, and I really appreciate that. Jay-Z said that when he did his first live concert. He said, "Don't go with the flow, be the flow." Stephanie,
he took that from Heavy D. Don't jock anybody, let them all jock you. Don't be down with anybody, let them all be down with you.
Oh, inspiration!
So, come on, Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z has inspiration too.
Yeah,
he's taking everybody else.
No, he don't.
Whoa, Jay-Z had inspiration. God forbid.
Everybody have inspiration.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, I was just giving a shout out to Heavy D. He was one of my favorite rappers. Rest in peace.
Nah. She like cockeyed people. Listen, Stephanie say free thinking is not promoted in society. Thank you. I am. It poses a threat, and it does. But however, free thinking people can also lead you to a motherfucking cliff where you getting thrown the fuck over with too.
I think it's all about perspective.
No, when I say the free thinking people, hypothetically speaking, not hypothetically.
Well, some free thinking people that have mushrooms
Yeah.
and are airheads,
Yeah.
they can lead you to destruction.
I mean, but I will follow a person who has facts.
Yeah,
I would follow
but some
someone
people,
who-
but that's a hard thing because
Exactly.
some people can act
Because your
like.
fact, it may not be my fact.
No,
But
what?
no, or somebody could pretend like they have facts.
Stop.
No, I'm
No.
serious.
Some people can pretend like
Exactly.
they have facts, but they ain't really facts.
Exactly.
So that's why you need to fact check.
Exactly.
No,
That's what I said.
no.
Your fact
Always
may not
need
be
to
my
fact check.
fact.
No, what I'm saying is this: whenever, shout out to Chanie is interviewing one of my favorite mentors, Brother Bedford, today at 105. So I want y'all to check it out. When it comes to business, Jay-Z is a well-known thief. Yeah, I mean, so is America. So listen,
Thank you, Dorian.
We're not talking about
because-
America. We're talking about Jay-Z.
No, because I just hate that sometimes people. He has accomplished what he's accomplished.
Yeah.
But people put him up on the pedestal like he
Exactly.
the end all
So-
hero.
so-
But there's so many people that came before him.
nobody is came
I'm
before
just
him.
saying what I'm saying because it's my opinion and I'm entitled to it.
No, but I'm about to show you facts. There's nobody like him in the music industry. Nobody.
Why?
I don't think they're aspiring to be.
Well, he had 15 number one hit albums, number ones.
Because of Beyonce.
No, Beyonce.
The name that Beyonce had.
Sweetie, no. Stop.
No, he was big for her.
Stop.
He was.
Anyway, so he had 15 number ones, got 27 Grammys. I mean, it's a lot when you talk about that man.
It's about common sense.
And he has his own free for all businesses.
Yeah, just like okay.
Yeah, because he moved from music to investments. Whoop-de-doo.
No, wait a minute. And all his first 13 friends are all millionaires. And they not because they so dope.
Because he moved
because
from music
he
to
helped them.
investing.
No. See,
Yes.
It's not because he
Well,
helped
first
them.
of all, when you aren't going in the right circles and you have friends and y'all are elevating yourselves in your own way, then yeah, you gonna
listen.
elevate if you around other people who elevate
The
too.
man has the number one marketing company in the world. So
You said who?
he has the number one marketing company, Jay-Z. Him and Steve Starr has the number
Because
one.
because he's in partnership with these people that already needs rooms. That's what I'm saying.
No, him and Steve. Steve
If it's not effective, it's an
Because he
opinion.
sold his
shit.
soul to the devil.
We was on a road, then boom. I was doing so good.
You was doing good. Thank you.
Okay, back off of Jay-Z. Who cares?
So anyway,
Thank you.
Let's
He
get
was
back to
Jay-
the
He
topic.
was Jay before Bay.
Before B, definitely. And so the thing is, even being an example, like we
Thank you.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I don't think I ever agree with Dorian so much.
Wait a minute.
You're right.
I don't care if he's a GOAT or not, but what I will say is this. What I will say is this for people. This is a black man, right? He's an example. We need to follow examples of people who look like us, and the problem is that we try to follow a blueprint. We don't look like them, and that's not going to help us.
I just want to
Thank
say, I got better original bars than Jay.
You do.
Accolades don't justify him being the best. He's an amazing biter
and lyric recycler, though. Exactly.
Thank you. That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you.
Because if you listen
Oh
to
my God.
if you listen to his rap, he
plays the small
he
hats.
has a version of other people's raps. He just took it and retwisted it.
Everybody
but they
does.
always say
Everybody
if you
does.
you study the best to be the best. So he did study and he did
Study long, you
ball.
study wrong.
And look, what I'm just saying is, this the example that's been laid out for us, right? We take this route where we going at right now versus the route that they saying. Hey, the nigga came out with an album called The Blueprint, and he line for line he told you this is what you want to do.
Nobody is saying
So hold on.
against what he was doing.
I'm not talking about him. I'm just. Well, I mean, let's go for
But you
James.
are.
No, let's go for James Smith, which hardly nobody in this room that ever
who
said
was that?
Exactly. So
What do you do?
Anyway, he's a multi-billionaire, and he
That's
got
Jay-Z friend?
No. I don't think him and Jay-Z even met, and if they did, I'm pretty sure. I think him and Nas met though.
Okay.
I think that, but
Well, we never will know who meet who. We don't know.
I mean, you wouldn't know when black folks meet each other.
Not really.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to debate. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to.
No, I'm not saying you don't know. I don't know who you know. You don't know who I know. You don't ever know who somebody knows. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying that when they ask people, like they asked Jay, like, he said, I plan to meet the man, and I'm pretty sure we can do big things. So, I mean, like Dr. Boyce Watkins, people don't understand how important he is, but yet they say, well, he's not a multimillionaire.
Who cares? Money is essential, but relationships in your and being connected to certain people sometimes is better than money.
Way better, very true. That's why I talk to Chanie, and when I talk to people who be around me, I be saying R&R is very important. And for R&R, most people,
what is R&R? Why don't you tell that for our audience?
Well,
please?
most people is with recreation and relaxation. I don't believe in that. I believe R&R stands for
Relationship and resources.
Relationships and resources. Dorian said he's a distraction. He's there to give you hope. Hope isn't a strategy. It's a false equivalent of success.
And he knows this.
Okay, so here's the thing. If he's a distraction, I hate to say who we are.
It's not about that. I just feel like when you are in when you have that big of a platform, it is so much that you can really do with your resources as far as helping other people. And
I mean, he done sent 1,400 black men and girls to college full round trip.
1,400.
That's so good. More. Shout out to you, Jay.
That was like 3 years, 4 years.
What about paying your artist though?
Zero.
He didn't have no artist.
Huh?
He didn't have no artist.
So he made everything by himself.
It's just so weird that he gets all the money, but then his artists are.
That's not true. They blew their money. Do the research. You're talking non-facts.
I just said what I said.
Benny Siegel.
He be cracking me up saying, do the research. Like, you know these people.
I done done the research.
But you're not in their bank account. You don't know what he gave them.
So, and you do?
No, but my point is,
Dorian said what he said. Now, good morning.
Thank you, Dorian. I said what I said.
You said pay the artist.
I just his tone. Good morning.
I need some glaze on that donut, man. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, listen.
Thank you, Dorian.
Like I said in the comments, he's just a distraction, bro. I don't want to follow behind nobody who has no loyalty, who steals artists.
Thank you, boo.
Lyrics. A false promotion of how rich and how wealthy he's gotten when you've actually had true factual evidence to say otherwise.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He is not basically, you may be the #1 artist. He's like Drake. He's the original Drake. Mm-hmm. No matter what you do at some point, if you're not being felt, if your integrity isn't up to check, you'll never be that guy. You're just a person with money. That's all.
And it's some nappy ass hair.
Well,
it's some nappy ass.
He can let the wigs go.
Trying to be bossy, trying to inch that devil worship shit.
Listen, here's the thing. This is honest God truth. Jay-Z was he was out of the 4 times he been to our record store, he was the only one who kept schedule and said he came.
So that's his loyalty to you.
What you're doing is you are caught up in it. You met him back in the day.
I'm not caught up in that I met him. No, I'm caught up in the truth. The fact that there's nobody.
He came to our record store.
There's nobody.
That's what you're caught up in.
There's nobody in the industry, right?
Hold on, wait a minute.
No one. Listen.
I ain't say nobody. Y'all just talking shit and y'all not hearing what I'm saying. I said the bottom line is the simple fact is this is a businessman, the business black man, and these are the things, his example that he has laid. The thing is, the fact is, this is what black people do. We cutting down somebody.
It ain't about him being black, white, purple.
What is it about?
If anything,
because you always try to make everything about
friends.
About what?
Say what you saying, Dorian.
If anything, he's about betraying your friends, your close friends.
Damon Dash. Thank you.
He the only broke. Damon Dash, the only broke one.
Hear me out. Not only that,
the only one. The only one broke.
Will stand in someone else's shadow long enough to while that person has a demise. See, that's what I'm saying. He's one of those people. He's going to stand back and let you do all the dirt work. And then when it's all the light shined on him, then he's gonna step into places to push you out the way.
Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls.
Wait a minute, Biggie Smalls had nothing to do with Rockefeller. What are y'all talking about?
What we're saying is the example of if you tried to say this is how you're supposed to operate as a black business person.
That's not what I'm saying.
How many schools have he built?
How
many neighborhoods have he bought? How many homes have he given away?
Thank you.
He gave away a lot of homes.
But how many people of color?
First of all, Dorian, y'all talking at a non-facts. Look up his foundation that he has. Look at how many children he sent to college. Look at all that.
I'm just saying about.
Is that you? Is that you, Memphis Bleak? Is that you? What's my man's name? Tata? Good Lord.
I mean,
I'm just saying, this is the man. You can.
Y'all talking about this man like y'all know him, like y'all
You
met him.
talking about him?
I'm sure
you met him back in the day. All I'm saying is, with as much money as has, great responsibility, you could do more for the community.
How you know what he doing?
I just said what I said.
I
can't give my opinion.
Everything he's doing is in public view.
Oh my God!
They do it in public on purpose, so you can say, "Oh, look at him."
Right. No. And don't you understand that look, the tiny hats, the people that really run the industry, run this world.
You don't even know who they are.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm very friendly with the tiny hats. I'm very aware of them. Here's the thing. They will always give you an example, especially people like us, black folks, an example. They don't have them in abundance. They're going to set one to the side so you can be inspired by the chicanery, and because really he's operating on a tiny hat level. Everything he does is what he got from them. Turn your back on your people. That's what they really do, believe it or not. And so this is your example. This is your distraction, black folk. This is your one example. And listen, hope is not a strategy, my brother. It's not a strategy. I'm going to get to Jay-Z level. No.
Because
we are never going to get nowhere without each other. And if the example is to cut the people that helped build you, that went out here and fought for you, that sit out here and sold drugs for you while you basically stole their lifestyle.
Who was that?
Sean Carter.
Okay, but who's? I'm gonna ask you one question. What was the person he turned his back on? So let's get it straight right now. Since y'all want to go into this Jay-Z shit, go.
I don't want to talk about his ass. I'm trying to talk about the subject. I just made a comment. You the one to talk about why he came to my record stuff.
First of all, I ain't say that. That's buffoonery. What you talking about?
No, you didn't say. Rewind and say.
I said
he came to my record store, and then you started saying.
I said out of all the people who was supposed to came to our record store, he was all 4 times. He was there on time, and he did what he said he was going to do. I could name the other artists who didn't. He kept his word.
I didn't say that, but you did say that.
So what I'm saying, get the whole story straight.
That's all I said.
Hold on, Dorian. Hold on. So Dorian, let's get it straight. Who did he betray?
Who did he betray besides Biggs and Dame?
Okay, stop. So let's talk about this. So hold on, stop right there. Understand and know the truth. You're a researcher. Dame and Biggs sold Rockefeller up under him. They sold each 1/3 and 1/3. That means they said there's only 1/3 left. They couldn't sell the whole catalog and nothing without Jay-Z, but they had already sold it. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Wait a minute. He didn't already do nothing.
But listen. In order for him to become Def Jam president, what did he have to do?
No,
he had to get rid of Rockefeller. He had to get rid of Rockefeller.
No, that's not true.
Who was the tall Israeli? Who told him who was in his ear?
So
the same business partner?
You talking about Leon Cohen?
Listen, the biggest culture vulture.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
I just want to know why he keep denying that boy that he his son and he won't get a blood test. That's what I want to know.
Wait a minute,
that's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there. What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with it.
Because I was trying to get back to the subject.
I'm not going to speak on that.
Right.
I'm speak on the things that I've seen and I know that.
I tried.
But Dorian, know the facts that Biggs and Dane sold Rockefeller from up under Jay-Z. His 1/3 couldn't get sold for.
So why should he be a role model?
Listen, I never said he should be a role model. I said he should be an example of how to do things. He said
how to fuck over your friends and make money on top of it.
Can't 50 Cent be an example?
One thing I've learned from even Jay-Z, my uncle told me not to argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. So until you can show me the facts, we both wrong. Thank you.
That was real. I wouldn't have took it that far. I was like, yeah, you still wrong. But that was grown. That was a grown response.
So what I'm trying to just say is, man, listen, the bottom line is when you be an example and when I brought up Jay-Z for a reason, because he tell people how to be in the business. He never tells no one. He tells own your masters. He's one of the first rappers who came out and say own your masters. So being that person, he gave you that. So now everybody's starting to learn how to own their masters. 79% of every hip hop artist that was getting fucked over is now masters are being returned,
But a lot of people
and they can sell them.
back in the day was trying to own their masters, but things were just so ruthless because they were killing them and doing stuff to them where they couldn't.
Well, they weren't killing
Even
them.
now, a lot of artists don't have rights to that music. That's why they remake them and try to get the sales back up.
Because you need to know the business. That's the bottom line. People is that
founded out of this business is founded
out of gangsterism,
by the Jewish mafia in Chicago,
out of gangsterism,
called MCA Records.
But at least you know that. So when you start doing the history of it about the business portion, you got that guy. What's his name? Norman Lear. Norman Lear owned more fucking catalog.
What I'm just explaining to you though too. At the same time, it was founded by Jewish
mafia. I get that. I understand
and
that.
So understand that the entire premise of the business is incorrect from the get-go. It's exploitation 101.
Yes, because he has to answer to somebody still.
And at the end of the day, they will allow the gatekeepers, the Puff Daddies, the Babies, the Jay-Z.
But if you
we'll give you examples. We're going to give these guys this money. We're going to put this person on the pedestal. He's so rich. He's so great. We're going to promote his records over everybody else. That's
why he don't make them.
Him, right?
That's why he hasn't made a record in 3 years.
This is what they do. Guess what they was doing? This is old school stuff that they used to do in slave times. They let that one house nigga sit next to the master.
We got a lot of house niggas then.
And so what I'm trying to say is the example of that. And so he took their game. He took the Jewish game.
Okay.
Did that to his artists.
So
did that to his own partners.
Well, he didn't do it to no artists because he didn't own no artists. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't read. Jay-Z never owned no artists. The only 3 people that he owned still make money, which is
if you're the only artist that's up, if you're the only artist that we can sit up and put on and say, well, look at this guy as an example in an already compromised, dirty business founded 80, 90 years ago, and off the same business premise, using the same contracts, using the same publishing and thievery tactics, throwing artists the money.
I want to say nigga.
Doing
so
all of these things up front.
But you're not going to say it, so let's
even
not.
if he is the sterling example, what does that mean?
No,
that means that he knows just as much as they do.
Dorian, that's not true. That's not true, nigga. We live in a whole motherfucking country that was completely stolen. We still living off of, hold on, wait a minute. We still living off of rules and regulations. Wait a minute.
So anything that we're participating in is a corrupt thing.
So why are we talking? So what we talking about?
So what we're talking about is this: us as a Black American, it's the craziest thing. We're the number one employers of all things exploitive, which is sports, movies, music.
You mean employees? You mean employees? You mean employees?
We are the number one employees.
Thank you.
We are the very few other outside of the Tyler Perrys, outside of the Jay-Z's, right? They give you examples now. Few, not a multitude. A few in a corrupt system, a stolen country, and you're trying to play their game, and you've already been 400 years behind on education.
I never said play their game.
That's playing their game. Listen, if we all left football, basketball, baseball, and if we talking about even the Spanish, because they Black, if they all left these sports, we stopped recording music, stopped doing movies.
Thank you,
What do you think the art form with the exploitative business, it will crumble from within without us? Because we are their number one. You
sound like you got a great answer. The problem is we never answered it.
The problem
That's the answer.
No, it's
we
not.
Should do.
No, it's not. We tried it. We failed because we can't even comprehend with each other. We can't even agree on shit. The truth of the matter is we living off of stolen principles and we have a stolen culture. We have a stolen mind and no one wants to tell the fucking truth. If you have someone who is at least listen, let's do the math so you can understand this even more better. So everyone who we talked about is equals to 2% of people, right? Mm-hmm. Huh? Can y'all agree to that?
I said,
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dorian.
Right.
Okay.
I'm assuming the 6 degrees of separation thing. Yeah, go ahead.
So not just 6 degrees, but the wealthiest black people only equal up to 2%.
True.
And guess what? The wealthiest of white folks is only 2%. That's how shit is. And people try to come up with, oh no, he that, she that, oh they that. No, motherfucker, the bottom line is you ain't doing shit to change it, so you're gonna roll with it. And if you're gonna roll with the bullshit, at least learn how to get past the bullshit. It's something called the Bison advantage, and most people don't even look that up. Look it up, Dorian. You're a researcher. The Bison advantage is fucking incredible. No one that you know, Dorian, is going to do it. You know why? Because nobody that's fucking smart will have the heart to do it. Nobody willing to jump off a fucking cliff into some fresh water, but they'll dip a bucket in dirty shit. And I've learned that by watching people do what they do. Everybody placed their hand at the foot of a slave master, and nobody wants to admit it. And until then, we're fucked up.
We're all fucked up. The entire country is a stolen land.
But that's what I'm saying. So
that's why we need for someone to be the example on how not to be fucked up.
There are no.
Yes.
But
and guess what? But you know what?
There are no examples.
Also, you know what that requires? We have to shake our addiction of putting money as the lead. Like that makes you smarter, or that makes you great.
True.
That part, because if you are a person of integrity. See, this is the thing. You could be trying to play into the system, but see, the opposite of playing into the system, to really break it down, is to be true, is to be integrity, is to think for others, is to have empathy. That part. That's where you're going to relate to you. Those are the real leaders. Those people are there.
And guess what?
They don't get no shine because we live in a society of capitalism. We live in a society that's set up for us to chase. And you're not important. You're not alive. You're dead if you don't have money.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to explain to you, in most cases, this is why I look towards Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan has a complete plan on how to live without them. No one I know besides the people that's in the nation is following it. And he put the plan out years ago. It been posted in every goddamn what's the name of the newspaper that they have. The Messenger, or
I'm gonna have to get the Messenger then.
Well, everybody had the final call. Here's the thing: everybody got
I haven't seen the final call in years.
No, because you ain't looking for it. That's what I'm saying. It's there.
I know, but I just said what I said. I said I need to get one of those because I haven't seen the final call in years. Now that you brought it back to now that you're being the example, and you brought it to my awareness again, then I need to go find it.
You're quite aware of Claude Anderson, right?
Yes, they just try to expose him, quote unquote. And the only reason why they're trying to break him down, because he pointed out something very important. Mm-hmm. How many black people do we got in government right now?
0.
No, we got a lot of them.
But they coons.
They may be in the coons.
Wait a minute, that ain't what I'm saying. Y'all going through semantics.
Okay, so
the truth of the matter, we got 184,000 black people in government. And then in 62, there was only 1,400 people in government, and nothing changed.
Yeah, because they do.
No, don't say it's because.
But maybe those people that hold those seats or positions are in a position to make.
You don't hear me.
Stuff shake.
So can I ask you a question? If it was 14 people,
they're conforming to the system. That's the bottom line.
Because as much as they may want to be different, they can't be different. They don't
want to be different because they want that money.
Cam, you're absolutely correct.
And they want to utilize those resources for their own personal gain, like they're doing.
Hold on, wait a minute. But here's the thing. You heard what Dorian said. You heard what he said. It doesn't matter because it's still based off of corruption.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm trying to tell you. If anybody,
essentially.
Listen, you know why Tyler Perry's not Oprah and them that never run for president? Because they knew they would win. And they know that they're not the right people to be in office.
Well, I just feel like everybody got their lane. You don't hear them talking about politics. You hear them making movies.
Because all they want to do is make money and have their hand, have their face.
See,
and you don't have to be in the position of power or politics to do that.
And again,
if you not put your entertainers in a position.
And again, I guarantee you, all the people that we know between me, you, Cam, and Chanie, we could put us all in one room or one big ass auditorium. I ask people this all the time. You ready, Dorian? Name me 5 multimillionaires / billionaires that has nothing to do with entertainment, including music, football, sports, none of that shit, and people will lose their fucking mind because they don't know.
We don't because entertainment is a distraction. It's all a distraction.
I know one now.
Hold on, Dorian. That's what I'm saying. This is all I'm trying to say. When we talk about this shit, right?
But why does a person have to reach that level of monetary gain to be successful?
No. Hold on, wait a minute. That ain't what I'm saying, because they killed everybody who we believed in, and every time we fight.
And them was probably the ones we should have been listening to.
And guess what? They still have memoirs that we can go back and listen to right now. If I ask the average,
we can look at the.
If I ask the average black man, have you ever heard or seen or even listened to Malcolm X Ballad of the Bullet that was said here right in Detroit, I think 1965 or 67. 64. Have they listened to it? They be like, no. The dumbest shit I ever heard.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
think
it's that dumb because it's like you have
know.
and then too, they weren't, they weren't really pushing that or telling us that, or that wasn't in our curriculum
all
in
you
school.
had to do was Google what made Malcolm X.
Why would people Google something they don't know to Google?
Yes, they do, because the only.
I'm just saying, like, people, like, I know who Malcolm X is. Yeah, I know who Dr. Martin Luther King is. Yeah, because they briefly touched on them in the history in school, but we ain't go into depth. We ain't say, his march was here, and here, or his whatever,
so
his
you asked
speech.
me a question,
Sure.
but the answer is to what you just said. What's the problem now?
It's less being taught about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
They are not talking about it at all.
So a millennial my age is not gonna Google that.
You ain't hear what I said.
Well, say what you're saying.
I said what I said.
Say it again.
I said the bottom line is, if you know they put less attention on it then, why you haven't looked them up now?
Because
it's not relevant. It's not relevant.
It's relevant, but this is the thing.
Absolutely relevant.
But this is the thing.
It's very relevant.
But what I'm saying is, this is the thing. But life be lifing, right? We try to. I'm just trying to be real. We trying to wake up. We trying to pay bills. We trying to do everything that we trying to do to maintain. No, and sometimes people don't think about.
The problem really truly is.
Sometimes people don't think about that.
Only in this country, we're making money.
Is the main goal. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
And here's the problem: without education, you're never going to advance as a society.
But
this is why we're in feudalism right now.
Yes, but people, this is my thing. Like he was saying, if it's not about sports and music, we don't have no way to make no money.
Yeah.
That a lot of black people know about. That's why they put the Jay-Z's and all these different people in place. Like Beyonce, I don't care what y'all say, y'all get mad if you want to. She need to go home and raise her kids. You've been on tour since you had babies and just jumped on tour. And it has to be about the money. It has to be about mind control. You doing something because...
Yeah, but is it really the money? Because no shade, no tea, how much do they need?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you just had a kid, now you on tour, but it's like, it can't be for the money because y'all straight, right? Your husband is an investor of $1 million dollar situation. So why we?
I think y'all missed the point. Y'all being judgmental.
No,
you said
we're being
raise her kids.
transparent.
I just said what I said. That she's been on the road
Devin. Who
ever
was
since
right,
she
though?
first. She's had. I just said. I just said what I said.
Beyonce is more important talking about in the zeitgeist from Gen X to millennials to boomers to the kids.
That Malcolm X is, because that's what they look into instead of.
That lets you know exactly where we're at. And
that was my point.
Hold on.
It's going to take at least another 100 years to get past.
That's interesting, Ms. Rhea.
So here's what I'm trying to say. It's not that she's more important. It's just there's a whole lot more people that's more important than her.
Who, Beyonce?
Yeah. The simple fact is, when you look at what she's doing, right? Look at all the people she's employing.
Yeah, I'm not knocking her for that.
Hold on, wait a minute. We can't knock her. You can't knock her for something you don't know.
Anybody can knock anybody.
I mean, but you can't knock her for something you don't know because you don't have no
you can't
faith.
knock her. You can't knock her because she does
Beyonce
employ people.
and Jay-Z
And
and
she
industry.
She is a what we call an economic incubator.
That's
Because
it, because
you
every
are
time
in
some
the-
money drops, she on tour.
I like, you ain't lying. Every time you get your taxes, she on
And I'ma
tour.
tell you the
But
truth.
listen to what Devin said real quick. Could you read it? Because I can't see the whole thing.
Beyonce and Jay-Z is an industry plant, and they give these people billions of dollars to stay in line. LeBron James talk about injustice and social justice. You hear nothing from him now in the last 4 years.
Well, there has not been no visual injustice towards anything right now. So how about the fact that he has a school? How about the fact
Jay-Z?
No, LeBron. How about the
And
fact
so does Jalen Rose.
Hold on. Wait a minute. But one thing that Jalen Rose do not have is a 99.9% rate of them kids going to college.
Okay, hold on.
So, hold
That's
on.
not his
So,
responsibility.
it
If
is
he
the
built a
teachers.
school
It
and
is.
he know
It is.
if he made the school,
Listen, y'all getting the shit
and he
wrong.
bought the
Y'all keep
how?
talking. Listen, hold on. I'm just
saying because my whole thing is if a school was put in place and I didn't graduate from it, it's the school fault. No.
Yes.
The school was open. It gave a place of learning. My other counterparts graduated, so it's on me to make sure I graduate.
He's not doing enough for them to graduate.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
Here's why. Have you ever heard of Montessori education? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's special education.
No, it's not.
It is. You do go to a special school, and it's essentially what is it?
Montessori education is the way you learn at your own pace.
Exactly. So you go to a special type of school. Normal DPS schools is not no Montessori. You got 26 kids or 28 to 30 kids to one teacher,
In that same way,
and they not getting special help.
Listen, you don't need special help. This is what I'm trying to explain to you.
That's what Montessori is. It allows you to be able to go at your own place and get more one-on-one help.
Listen, it ain't one-on-one help. What it is,
Okay.
I'm just trying to explain to you. What you was just explaining was DPS.
The first time,
Wait
yeah.
a minute. Jalen Rose don't have a DPS school. Jalen Rose have a school where he can ordain and do the rules and go by the pledges that he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to explain to you is that yes, when you have a school,
Right, Cal.
when you have a school like if you teach Montessori education, because that's basically what that's what basically LeBron's school is based off of, Montessori education, and he does have a lot of children in one classroom. However, that's besides the point. What I'm trying to explain to you is that we are seeing things on why certain people not doing certain things, right? And the truth is those are the people who are the 2%. What is the other 98% doing?
You putting a lot of stock into a person to be able to do, like, it's just like, okay,
If
one
you have-
person do one thing and that's not good enough. He built the school. Now he got to have a success rate for kids to graduate. Like, come on.
But it does.
Like, no, but come on. Because my whole thing is it's an issue if he don't have a school, right? Now he got to be able to get everybody to college.
But I'm gonna say this though. But by him being in the position that he is in and having a school, he should want to ensure that these children are getting the proper education and they are being successful. It is a job, and I say this because I know a lot of people in education. It is the job of the teachers to make sure that their kids are getting what they need to get.
Also, the parents and the students, which the teacher can be given all material and things necessary.
But one thing I will say about LeBron's school, because I actually had a little cousin that went to the school because they lived in Akron, Ohio. The school was excellent. They didn't just do regular stuff. They went above and beyond. But with that school, he has people are motivated by money. So if people are getting paid correctly and it's a great environment, but you have to create the culture. So he has created a culture where the kids are able to thrive, where they are able to do well. And they are able because he's going the extra mile. I don't know how Jalen Rose's school is set up, but I commend him for having a school.
That's what Rhea said. Jalen is the example of being a blessing is a burden. Because no matter what he did for these children, a lot of parents still unsatisfied.
Yeah. You're never going to satisfy everybody.
But your job is not to satisfy everybody.
Exactly.
The whole thing is to have a mission.
And at that point, they don't have to enroll in his school.
But
you have other choices.
But your proof is in the pudding. Don't just put your name on a school You got to go above and beyond. And if my name on something, I'm gonna make sure it's great.
Yeah, I feel like everything got to work together to ensure that happens.
The difference between his school and LeBron. LeBron put his name on it. He making sure that school is great. He put the proper team in place to ensure his success for his school.
And here's my prediction. It's just me because I'm just little me. When it comes down to it, I believe a lot of NBA, because there's a lot of NBA players that have a school, and guess what? They did not mention Puffy got 3 schools. Nobody mentioned that during his trial. And so here's one.
That wasn't relevant.
No,
He's just saying that how they didn't mention
but I'm saying during that trial that wasn't relevant.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. The trial was the trial, but he was really being put on trial because of a video.
Yeah, I get it.
Because
he didn't do anything even with it hitting Cassie, we're not gonna be like, oh yeah, he punched Cassie. Oh yeah, by the way, got 3 schools though. Like it wasn't relevant.
No, him punching Cassie had nothing to do with the case.
It did.
That was where everything got started from.
It had to do with that money. Somebody wanted to.
That ain't where it started from. This is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. And also, he was on racketeering. He was on a racketeering case, which all cases got dropped.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying though, the snowball effect started with that video. First, it was a video. Then his house got raided. Then
but that was,
and all that stuff started going out.
That wasn't nothing but a ploy to get him. He had a couple of business deals that they didn't want to go through. So if you put him in a bad light, then you'll make investors and different people pull out. And then you put him in a bad light, so some people won't want to deal with him.
He just won a case for $1.3 billion. And when he's in court, guess what he can't get while he's in court?
His money.
So now they got to pay up that $1.3 billion now.
And he probably got it in his mama name.
And they do. He got it in a whole nother company now.
I'm just saying, it ain't going to him. It's going to wherever it's going to, because Puffy is a very intelligent businessman. Yeah. So he is a great example of being a good businessman.
Yeah.
Which is a burden and a blessing at the same time, because he has blessed a lot of people's lives, but the burden is all the other stuff.
So Dorian said, in the capitalistic society, education isn't important as to what you can produce. Dumbing down a society isn't just
a racial thing.
Exactly. So again, the distraction is the conversation on who's the best between Jay-Z and Nas. The distraction is
the distraction.
The distraction is who's the best between Michael Jordan and LeBron. Those are the distractions. And the truth is, if the 2% only exists because of capitalism, it shows how much the 98% ain't doing shit.
Yeah, because like I said, people
it don't matter.
The 98% is too busy trying to survive.
No, very true. But guess what? Again, if we produce gardens in our backyards, if we feed our community, and guess what? If we got
everybody at the end of the day, everybody got the same 24 hours in a day. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever you choose to do with your time, how you value your time, and everything. It's just like you sitting down watching movies. You sitting down watching movies or on social media. Like social media ain't nothing but a distraction. You know, you look at your phone. Mm-hmm. That's one of the biggest distractions that they gave us to pull us away from things is the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can do everything on your phone.
I be working on my phone.
I know you be working on your phone, but I know I have been guilty of look at something and I could get caught going down the rabbit hole. It'd be 3 hours later. I'd be like, dang. Yeah. So I have learned. Put my phone down and pick up a book.
Yeah, I do both. I try to have a balance. I do work, but then I find myself scrolling. And then sometimes I just feel like after I done stuff all day, I feel like sometimes should be my wind down time. But see, and that's what I choose to do.
And that's the difference between us and children, though. They don't have that discipline. So that's why a lot of kids aren't getting their schoolwork done. A lot of kids aren't focused on stuff because you're entertained. Life is not about being entertained all the time. You got to get stuff done.
Yeah. Life ain't a joke. You gonna find that out as soon as you graduate high school.
If not before.
Okay, life gone.
All I'm saying is, if people don't read, they don't know.
Yeah, they gotta read.
People have arguments or disagreements because they just don't fucking read.
People gonna have that all day long.
I think we should start a movement about educating the younger generation on the things about Malcolm X. Maybe we could put together some type of platform, because when I was growing up, I was in the NAACP. That was a thing that a lot of young people did to get involved, to know about history, to know about politics and different things of that nature. So I think that people need to get more involved. I mean, where are the people at? I mean, because you don't hear about these organizations anymore that were teaching the next generation about.
They're here, but they don't have no help. You got to realize the NAACP started linking themselves up into churches. You have to realize the majority of people, if I ask, like, Chanie, do you know where Malcolm X was born at? And it's been on the news for the past 14 years.
Where?
Inkster.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
Michigan, what up though?
You see me? I'm like, oh.
So what I'm trying.
So that gives you a whole sense of pride. So every kid in Inkster need to know the story about Malcolm
Yeah.
X.
Look,
No,
stand
hold on.
up.
How about this? Every kid in Inkster do know. You know
That's
why?
good.
You know why?
Because they probably pushed that there.
No. Because 14 years ago they started restoring his house that he was born in.
Right, they pushed that there.
No,
so that's like a little
it's
legend.
It's not that they push it. It's just that it's right there.
It brought awareness.
It's
Yeah,
right-
exactly.
And who he is.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. It's right there. They
Right.
can't help it. If you go down the street, it got a whole thing. And guess what? There's I think it's like over 118 places called Malcolm X Academy. There's over 200 places called Marcus Garvey's Academy. But for somebody to say, well, who is Marcus Garvey? I'm willing to bet people are like, oh shit, he was a black activist. It have nothing to do with black active being a black activist. You know that word. Being
You got it right.
No, I didn't.
You said activist.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get it right the other 3 times I tried.
I was letting him. We were letting Miles process. Activist.
Yeah.
So basically, being an example can be a blessing and a burden at the same time. We know that from history with Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. They did wonderful things. They taught people. They brought awareness to so many things. But it was a blessing to many people. But the burden was they were both killed early in their lives and left their families.
Okay, it's Lansing, but the house is in Inkster, Tony.
Oh, okay. See, and that's fine because I'm willing to learn. But like I said, when we was in school, we weren't really worried about where he was born or where he lived because
watch this.
They didn't teach you.
Because at that time it wasn't relevant in 2010.
Everything
he's
is relevant.
always relevant,
Everything is relevant.
I'm just saying,
That's what
like
I'm
with the I'm just saying with the
teachers dropped the
curriculum,
ball.
with the
The teachers'
curriculum,
education has
Malcolm
dropped
X,
the ball.
in high school, Malcolm X wasn't in our curriculum.
What did I tell? Of course, you went to a predominantly white school.
But I'm just saying though.
That's why you didn't need to go to a predominantly white school. That's why segregation was the worst thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah, again, I'm just saying it's not one of those things where they push.
This is what I'm trying to say.
But it was so basically you going to an all white school was a blessing and a burden at the same time because it was certain things that it was a blessing for the things that you did learn, but then it was a burden because of certain things that you didn't learn.
What did I tell you just a few days ago? What you have to do?
Read.
And do what? Throw all that bullshit you learned out. Throw it out because it's bullshit. Black people in America have been garbage dumps for what we call knowledge. And so if you think we know, we're fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the whole thing from words, just to go to the place to find out where the root of words come from. You still on etymology?
I can be.
Go to etymology. I'm about to show you something, and so everybody can understand what I'm talking about. Educating yourself is important, but receiving it is even more important.
That's true.
So when you go to etymology dictionary, I want you to look up the word nice.
Wait a minute.
So she's gonna give it to us, but everybody out there, be an example.
I like the Urban Dictionary.
No,
girl, I bet you do.
Okay, I like the Urban.
Because we got chicken tenders up in there. This is how crazy it is. Listen, so if y'all ever look up, this is how they got kids to eat breasts. Because children didn't like chicken breasts, right?
Oh my God!
So all they did was call that shit chicken tenders,
and they cut it up.
That's it.
Cut it up.
So
this is crazy that it won't let me get back on there. Let me try it again.
The enemy is that's the devil. No,
they
that's the devil.
confuse the enemy.
Right, and that's all you have to do. But the enemy is really us. That's crazy.
Yeah, we could be.
No, we are. We are our worst enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, they reopened the files of Malcolm X when they were trying to say that the Nation of Islam was behind the death of Malcolm X, right?
Okay, what you want me to look up on etymology?
Nice, NICE. So they looked at, come to find out that FBI agents infiltrated the Nation of Islam to kill Malcolm X.
Nice.
What do you mean?
Nice, very true, said Henry. This is a very nice day. We are taking a very nice walk, and you two, very nice young ladies. Okay, that's an example.
No, I thought it was in the definition of nice.
Nice, nizzard. A resident of Nice is from Nizza, the Italian form. Wait a minute. What are you trying to get me to say?
What's the definition?
Oh, niceness, foolish.
Keep going.
Foolish behavior. Obsolete, foolishness, childishness, simplicity.
That's what nice mean.
Urban, nice, very kind, sweet, loving.
So
Very
basically,
stupid for believing that.
they telling us that we foolish.
Yeah. That's what
To be nice.
You're so nice.
So you're a nice nigga.
Wow.
I'm just trying to explain to people like we think when you think you know, you don't. I'm telling you.
So really, we need to really do our research on the words that we're saying because we have no idea. So I just want everybody to be able to find this information he's saying. So you need to go to Etymonline. It's www.etymonline.com.
Most definitely. That's one of my favorite things. I used to look up root words all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look up the word bitch, you be sitting up there like, wow.
So it's not a female dog.
Let's see.
Let's see. It is.
Okay, so that was right. Shout out to Urban. one for one. One for one.
Actually, it's unlucky dice.
Oh, really?
That's what it say. Also, bitch and good.
It's so funny because I guess people would say that if they did lose in the dice or the dice fumble, they'd be like, yeah.
So anyway, we got to get out of here. Thank you, Cam, for giving your words of wisdom and intriguing impairment of what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
And if y'all can download the app on App Store called Vocabulary. I'm trying to increase my vocabulary because I have a tendency to get frustrated, be like, fuck it.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. But if y'all can read a book for real. Shout out to Stephanie Fazikis.
Yes. Comedy queen. I'm speaking it into existence.
Yes.
And also, I wanted to say shout out to, most people don't know how intellectual Coney Tony is. Coney Tony is dope. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Shout out to
And thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
We
Tony,
appreciate that.
He called in.
I ain't talking about Tony. Talking about my boo.
Darita.
Okay. So, okay, this has been a good show. We about to get out of here. Until next time, see you later.
Bye.
Peace. Thank you, Shan.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances.